Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I just want to thank all of my returning subscribers for watching, and my recently new subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing. If you're new here, hopefully you'll decide to subscribe as well. I tell you a reason why to subscribe to this channel. This channel will give you the tips and skills of what therapists charge for at least $90 or more. Now this is not therapy, this is for educational purposes only. However, I am a therapist. So subscribe to the channel and you'll get a chance to get a lot of skills that can help you without having to pay those hefty prices. Again, not therapy, educational purposes only. Okay, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. But anyway, last video we talked about radical acceptance. Now, just a little reminder, just in case you did not catch that video, radical acceptance is basically used whenever you have to go through something that you hate, like divorce, death, those type of things. How to accept those, how to... Okay, so today what we're talking about is turning your mind. Turning your mind is turning your mind towards accepting or turning your mind towards rejecting something that you dislike. Okay, so what you do is intentionally go inside yourself and commit to accepting this reality, this new reality that you don't want. And with turning your mind, you have to do this over and over again. So in your mind, every time you want to say, oh no, it's not true, no, it can't be true, it can't be true, no, no, you turn your mind. Accept it, accept it, accept it, accept it. Keep turning your mind that way. Now, this will work, trust me. The reason I say it will work is I had a client. Now this was a long time ago, but like I was saying, I had this client that was having problems getting over a relationship that had ended. And what we did was we did discuss radical acceptance by using turning your mind. Turning your mind over and over again and intentionally telling yourself, within yourself, I'm going to accept this, I'm going to accept this, I'm going to keep turning my mind towards accepting that this is the new reality. Now, I know this is difficult, but it works. This is something you have to consistently do over and over again. And I mean over and over again, for real. Because your mind will keep wanting to say, oh no, I miss them, and blah, blah, blah. But turn your mind towards accepting. Start making plans for other things in your life, other events in your life. Because there's a lot of stuff to make plans for, you know, plan a trip, plan something. Of course, right now during COVID, it can be kind of difficult to, you know, about planning a trip. But maybe discover a new hobby or something like that. But now, if you keep rejecting the new reality, this will cause you to continue to suffer, and that's what you don't want. You want to be able to move on with your life, continue to thrive. So you do have to keep turning your mind towards acceptance. So you have to actually tell yourself, okay, not gonna think about that, I'm gonna turn my mind to, not gonna think about it, turn my mind towards accepting it. So it does work. It's also a good idea to develop an action plan. Now this action plan is for the purpose of whenever you notice that your mind is going towards not accepting the situation, not accepting the new reality. What you do is, in the previous video we talked about pros and cons, developing a pros and cons list. Pros and cons toward turning our minds towards acceptance, and pros and cons towards turning our mind towards rejection. So you make a list. Pros and cons. Let's say the subject is death. Now I know death is a horrible thing, nobody wants to think about it, but it's something that happens, and it's good to have skills to learn how to deal with it. So whenever you're trying to turn your mind towards acceptance, and you start noticing that you're turning your mind towards rejection, this is the time to take out that list that we talked about making on the last video. If you haven't seen it, I'm going to post it in the link up here, or up here. I think it's up here, but if not, then I'll post it in the description below. So, pros and cons. Let's see. So for instance, a pro for accepting death is you can allow yourself to grieve. A con is it's painful to grieve. A pro is you begin to start accepting a new life, start building a new life for yourself. That's a pro. A con could be towards accepting is, I'm afraid I'm going to go into a deeper depression. Well, let me tell you this. If you don't choose to accept the new reality, you're much more likely to go into a deeper depression, or into a deep depression, because then you're kind of stuck in this place that you can't change the situation. So all you can do is accept it. Accept that, okay, this person is gone. I hate it. I can't stand it. I want them back. It hurts, like everything. Turn my mind. Turn my mind. Accept it. Accept it. Over and over again. Allow yourself to feel the pain. And then decide to think about something else. But keep turning your mind over and over again every time you want to think about that situation. Okay, the pros and cons towards rejection. So the pros and cons towards rejecting a new, yeah, okay. The pros and cons towards rejection. So the pro is, I don't have to believe it. I can go into denial. The con is, it doesn't change reality. They're still dead. The pro, I can pretend like they're still, you know, here, and that they're just unavailable. I can continue to put plates on the table for them, or serve a plate for them, and just pretend that they didn't eat their food or something like that, or they didn't come to the table. That's very dangerous, because you can actually go into more of a, well, we won't get into that, but you don't want to do that. Okay. So the con is, I still won't be able to see them because they're dead. So even if you decide to pretend like this hasn't happened, or did not happen, whatever, like that, and where you turn your mind towards rejection. So I'm going to do this way for rejection. This is acceptance. This is rejection. You're going to still have to realize that this person isn't around. So you might as well accept it, even though it hurts, and allow yourself to feel that pain. Now, one thing about it, if you notice that you're starting to feel so much pain that you're starting to go into a deeper, like a very dark place, if you're starting to go into a dark place, here's what I want you to do. I want you to first practice your tip skills for distress tolerance. I did a video on the tip skill. I'll link it, as long as I can remember. That's always a, you know, part of it, because hey, I do have fibromyalgia. So for the new people, I have fibromyalgia, so I have fibro fog and all like that. But anyway, you want to use your tip skills, so I'm gonna link that. And then after that, you want to use your self-soothing skills with the distress tolerance. So you want to do something that you enjoy, something that just takes your mind off of all of it. So like if you go into a dark place, this is what you do. Use your tip skills that we talked about, and I'll link it, remember, and then do something that will take your mind off of it, something pleasurable. It doesn't have to cost anything. It can be watching a funny movie. It might be, it's good to, I will say this, it's good to have something planned out already that you can do that it's pleasurable. Like I've said in, I don't know what video it was, but I like watching The Simpsons. The Simpsons was, you know, when they started, it was a much simpler time. It was back in the 90s, I think. And I was a kid, and it wasn't so many bad things that have happened yet, you know. So when I watch The Simpsons, it lets me relax and laugh and, you know, stuff like that. So I love The Simpsons. So maybe come up with something that you enjoy doing. Another thing, I enjoy crocheting. I enjoy drawing. Some people enjoy painting or playing a musical instrument or something like that. Find something that you enjoy. Another tip, try to always have a novel, like an interesting novel on hand, so that you'll always have kind of something to look forward to, or to go towards, something to look forward to, as well as something pleasurable, so that if you know, need kind of an outlet to not continue to be in a dark place, the novels allow you to go to a place that it can take you to so many places, you know, where you stop thinking about it. Now I know some people, when they're really depressed, they can't read. When this is the case, I suggest doing audible books with Amazon. Now, Audibles with Amazon, it's a great program. It has it where you can, you know, I think it's like I'm not sure if it's 2 books a month that you can choose, where it's audiobooks. But anyway, I'll link it in the description below. That's another thing I suggest, especially if you have problems concentrating or problems with, you know, just sometimes you just really don't feel like reading because you're just too depressed. And it's like with audibles, it's just like somebody's just telling you a story. So that's why, you know, I like audiobooks. Now another thing, if you do this and you do the distraction, you do the tip skill, you do the self-soothing, if you still notice that you're going into a dark place, I want you to get in touch with a crisis center. I'm going to leave a link, or, well, not a link. I'm going to leave maybe the phone number up on the screen, or just maybe in the description or something like that. Now, the wonderful thing about these crisis centers, now they have it where you don't even have to call in. If you don't want to talk about it, let's say you're way too emotional, or you just really don't want to talk about it, but you don't mind texting about it, you can just text. Just text how you're feeling, and they can walk you through it, and help you, you know, with strategies to help you calm down, to help you through this dark time. Another thing is, if you notice that you're having a hard time being able to just turn your mind and continue to accept it, you need to work with a therapist individually to help you through it. And yeah, like I said, this is not therapy. This is for educational purposes only. You have someone that you can talk to about your own individual problems, and in this situation, you know, that's for educational purposes only. I'm going to continue to say that. Protect, protection. Now, I did say if you stay until the end, I would give you a therapist tip. The therapist tip, oh my goodness, the battery is about to die, is half smiling. When you half smile, you just do kind of a, where you're not really smiling, but you're also, I didn't do a good job exactly, but relaxing your face, turn your lips up just a little bit, but have a relaxed expression, kind of like the Mona Lisa smile. It's a great way to do it. It can cause your brain to think, hey, I feel happier. So it can help in that situation with depression also. So that's your therapist tip. If you're new here, again, I hope you decide to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to like this video, and don't forget to share it with your friends, and share it with, just share it with everybody, because it's something that could help a lot of people. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking it. And again, to my returning subscribers, thank you so much. I very much appreciate it. Okay, see you next week. Bye.